she could talk about, she was on 2 state championship basketball teams. She should probably
And
talk
she
about
should be
that.
on our volleyball team, probably.
So full disclosure, when Jerry came to me, he said 20 minutes. I do not have 20 minutes, but I will say a little bit about myself. So hi everybody, my name is Kiley Wegner. I see some faces out there that would know me by my maiden name, which is Kiley Smith. I am the new county assessor. I am the first female county assessor in the county of Curry. Yes.
Awesome.
Born and raised in Curry County. I went to both Riley Creek, actually primary before that. Some of you will probably remember the primary school, which is the Gold Rush building. I went to primary, Riley Creek, and Gold Beach High School, where I did play a handful of sports, basketball being one of them, golf, softball, and cheer. Yes, it is a sport.
Yes,
some
it is.
people say it's not. It is. I then married my elementary school love, Jake Wegner. That was in 2016. We have a 17-month-old daughter named Charlie Marie. That's about it about me, but I'm going to move on to the assessor's office. I've been with the assessor's office for 9 years in June. I've been shadowing Jim, who was the exiting assessor, for about 1.5 years. He's been grooming me to fill his shoes, which are very large. And he's been the assessor for 40 years. That he was the longest elected county assessor in the state of Oregon. So that's a big deal. Jim's a celebrity at our conferences that we go to twice a year. People really love him. Lots of exciting things happening in the assessor's office, not just the transition. We are currently converting to a new CAMA software program, which CAMA stands for Computer Assisted Mass Appraisal. We have been using a DOS program that is older than I am. It came out in the 80s. It is so fun to use. Well, I've become a pro at it, but typically people would look at it and say, oh my gosh, how do you use this program? I know I did when I was hired. I was like, what? You can't use your mouse? Everything is keying in. So we're going through that. There's 22,000, roughly 22,500 accounts here in Curry, so it's a lot of work to get that all converted. We are working with a team out of Texas. That's where our system is based out of. So we're working with that. We also applied for a grant through DEQ to clean up a piece of property that we acquired via tax foreclosure. It is a mess, full of rundown trailers, trash. I can't even tell you the mountains of garbage that's on this thing, but we now own it. I applied for the grant last year. They came down and met with me on the site, and they said they see no reason why they wouldn't fund this, which is excellent. It's about $500,000. We're going to use the road department, our own manpower. They've agreed. I've met with Rich. I'm not saying too much, but it looks like it's going to go through, and we can get that cleaned up, sold. It helps offset our budget with county funds by using this grant money to pay the workers. We'll get it sold and back on the tax roll, so that starts generating.
Where is it?
It's actually on Carpenterville. I don't know the address off the top of my head, but it's at the corner of Cape Ferrello and Carpenterville, right there. There's that new mobile home in there, manufactured home. We kind of skirt around that down that driveway and then take a hard left down the ravine, and it's really overgrown, but there is like 4 different RV trailers and single-wide trailers just all stacked up with mountains of trash.
Dilapidated,
Yeah, do you know?
unpermitted house. I have been on site repeatedly.
It's horrible. The last time I went with the DEQ representative, I was like holding my nose, and it's a lot. But if we can get that cleaned up and sold, I think that'd be, the profits from the sale will go to the districts, but then if we get it back on the tax rolls, it'll generate money for everybody. So there's that. We're currently hiring 2 appraisers, so if anybody knows of anybody that needs a job, we are in dire need. We have to replace myself, and then our lead appraiser has left us for Clackamas County. So that's where we are. Does anybody have any questions? Sorry, that was not 20 minutes.
Is that property bare land, or is there a home on it?
There's a home, but it's not a stick-built home.
It has to be raised.
It has to be, yeah. Our plan is to just scrape it flat, but there is a septic. We don't know what shape it's in. We'll probably hopefully have that inspected before it gets on. I don't know at whose cost to that, but it has power and water, so it could be a nice
A building site, basically.
Yeah, and the 2 homes around it are not bad. I mean, it's a nice community if somebody could clean that up. So that's what we're moving towards.
Cool.
Marna?
Oh, okay. I have a question about taxation and use. Does a property that has a view, is the tax differently than one that does not, like a view of the ocean?
Yes.
And then my second question is, if because as quickly as things grow, this came up in conversation with someone recently, and they said, well, my view is pretty much gone, all the trees are grown up. What's the process if you don't have a view anymore, and you once did?
Let us know. But if you're in control of your own view, like those trees are on your property, you're still going to be taxed.
But if you're
with
not
If
in
you're not
control
in
of your
control of
view.
that view, you will be taxed differently, yes.
Okay,
I don't
what
wanna
is
get into
it, is it a percentage difference?
No, so it's studied separately. We break it all down into different maintenance areas, is what we call them. We study that area. We see what vacant view properties are selling for versus the ones that don't have views. We then create what we call a land chart, which is, however big it is, the acreage is based off of price, going up and down. And then you're placed on what we call a view chart. But if you are on a view chart, your view goes away, you're not in control of it, we would put you on a non-view chart. If that makes sense, a little bit without getting too in depth on it.
So definitely worth pursuing.
Yes, absolutely. Give us a call, we'll send somebody out.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, can you explain just a little bit about your office, how many employees you have, and some of the functions? Because I think that you do taxation as well, and I think when I started with the county, I think it was in the sheriff's office, and then went to
It was with the treasurer.
First
Oh,
sheriff.
okay, you've been there way longer than me. When I started, right before I started, it was with the treasurer, and it just got combined into assessment. So yes, we do tax collection as well. It used to just be assessment, where you came up with values for the properties. We turned the tax roll, we sent out the bills. We did not collect the money. It was done down in the treasurer's office. Now we not only do the assessment, but we do the collection as well. We also are responsible for name changes, ownership changes, lot line adjustments. The list is huge. I can't name it all off on. I should have come prepared for that. All the lists of our mandated services, but we do a lot besides just.
So you said you have two assessor positions?
Appraisers, yes. And in our
Appraisers.
office, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 7, including myself, but we have 2 vacant appraiser positions that we are hiring.
What are
So
the
they sit in my way.
qualifications to be an appraiser?
We're doing an appraiser trainee right now, so you don't have to have any. And we interview, and we do a skills test where we have you do some stuff on Excel to make sure that you know how, to do basic functions, but we will teach you. And then you will take a 100-question multiple choice test through the Department of Revenue to become licensed. Even to be a trainee, you still have to become licensed in order to do that. And then we move you up through as you learn more to being appraiser 1, appraiser 2. There's appraiser analysts,
Has it always been that way? Were there other requirements changed in the last number of years?
In the last 9 or almost 9 that I've been there, no, it's been the same. However, if you qualify to take the test, you don't have to do the training program. I myself did because I was a licensed realtor. So if you know any realtors, Mary, looking for steady money,
There you go.
You're able to just challenge the test. Because they're very similar. I remember them being very, very similar. Yeah. Any others?
Any other questions?
I just want to make a comment. When I needed records of the property, I found the assessor's office had a property file that was more complete and easier to access than the planning department.
You're here.
So,
I've heard that. I'm just going to say thank you. I'm not going to speak on it. I'm just going to say thank you, and I've heard that.
well, you really do. And it's a blessing to be able to do that. And you don't have to pay a public records request
No.
to see it.
Yeah. And we have a public terminal. Everything is available to the public if you want help. Some of it's available online, but it's really hard to access. So if you want to come down and help you out through the public terminal, show
Did
you
your
how.
office move?
We moved about 4.5 years ago.
Okay.
17, 18, I can't remember. But yeah, we're no longer in the courthouse. We're
Not in the
over in
courthouse,
old
okay.
health department. That's how I
Oh,
tell people when
in
they say
the
where are you
health department.
located.
Yeah, okay.
If you're local, I say the big cement
Yeah.
building across the street, health
Right.
department.
Like where
Yeah.
the treasurer's office is? Are you in that building?
We're in that building, yes, but as you walk in, the first door on the right.
Oh, okay.
Health department, that's how I remember getting shots.
Yeah.
The building scared me.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Is that turned off?
I hope
We
so.
need you to draw a ticket out
Excuse me, I was thinking it was without a yes one day asking for
and
content.
read the last 3
There's
numbers.
always the health department.
Okay. 483.
48 what?
3.
483? Yes.
Okay.
Wait till let Kylie draw it.
Thank you, Robert.
Kylie's gonna draw it.
You
broker?
She wins $250.
Really?
I'll buy some tickets to your wine dinner.
Oh,
No, it's
sorry.
Bummer.
Thank you, everybody. I actually have interviews, so I'm gonna go and.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Seriously, if you know anybody, please send them our way. It's a good
Okay.
office. We're a good team.
Cool.